Hey, it's Jason. I'm Pagan. Today we're going to go over week 38, the 9 virtues of hospitality. So let's jump right into it. Related to requirement number 1, the 9 virtues require reading our own Druidry page 13, our own Druidry page 8186, A Virtuous Life, Have 'em All, Sacred Gifts, Reciprocities, and the Gods by my Reverend Kirk Thomas. Welcome to the 7th of the 9 virtues, hospitality. Hospitality is, of course, the first and the third triad explained in week 13. The triad that corresponds to the producing class. You might consider going back to read through week 13's lesson to get a background if you've forgotten some of it. Something important to think about is a definition of the root word for both guest and host. The Proto-Indo-European ghosty. Here's a definition from the American Heritage College Dictionary. The Proto-Indo-European appendix. I'll let you read this because this is my second take through this, and I slaughtered every single one of these words. So that's the definition. It seems like a lot of arcane wording, but if you can work your way through it, it might be helpful to you when you go and write your essay. Basically, the word ghosty has been adopted in ADF for the concept of the reciprocal guest-host relationship. This relationship is essential to our ritual structure and to the ways we interact with others, both as groves and individuals. If you have gotten this far in ADF and have not purchase a copy of Reverend Kirk Thomas' Sacred Gifts, Reciprocities, and the Gods, I cannot highly recommend enough that you go and get yourself a copy. It delves deeply into the understanding of hospitality in many IE cultures and will greatly benefit your work on this essay within ADF. Homework. The Dedicant Handbook defines hospitality as follows: acting as both a gracious host and an appreciative guest, involving beneficence, friendliness, humor, and the honoring of a gift for a gift. Read through that statement until you think you understand it. In your Dedicant notebook, answer the following questions. Does that definition cover hospitality in your eyes? Is it simply having people over, or is there more to it? What does the definition mean by gracious and appreciative? Do those terms sit well with you? Are they too vague or perhaps too specific? If that definition doesn't quite sit well with you, head to your nearest dictionary and read a definition in it that it provides. Write it down. It is strongly recommended that you include a dictionary definition in your final write-up. Do any of those definitions make sense? Can they encompass all that hospitality is? Now think of your own personal view of hospitality. Try to write it down in words. Feel free to steal phrases from a dictionary or the handbook if you need to. Can you come up with a definition of hospitality that makes good sense to you? Now think about people you know whom you would call hospitable. Explain why you think of them that way. Is it something they know, something they do, or the way they did it, or something they have said? Is it something beyond this? Can you find words to describe it? Does hospitality go beyond simply having friends over to your house? Does it involve offering them the best you have and making them feel welcome? Does what the DP handbook mean? What does the DP handbook mean when it talks about being an appreciative guest? Is it talking about doing something specific or saying thank you? What are the specific obligations you think a host has? What about the obligations the guests have? Do both sides have obligations? How are those obligations related? Refer back to ghosty relationship outline above. What is the connection there? How does the reciprocity work? Think about myths and legends from different cultures. How was hospitality shown in the myth and legends? Was there a character in the myth that showed real hospitality? How was that hospitality displayed? In the Irish cycles, you can do that one. Accepts the meal that will later lead to his death. How does this fit with your idea of hospitality? Do you see yourself as being a hospitable person? Hospitable in some ways, but not others, perhaps? Not hospitable at all? Does one need to show hospitality consistently to understand the concept of hospitality, or to wonder about hospitality? Can anyone have hospitality? Think of a time when you have exemplified this virtue. How did you feel? Did you know that this was a virtue at the time? Now think about a time when you failed to show this virtue. How did it make you feel? Did you feel as if you'd done something wrong or inaccurate? Finally, is hospitality a virtue? Is it one that you agree should be on ADF's list? Why was it chosen? What is it about hospitality that either makes it a virtue or keeps it from being one? If you have decided that it is not a virtue, would you suggest another term, removing it altogether, or replacing it with something else entirely? Now go back through your answers to those questions and form a response of at least 125 words to describe your understanding of the virtue of hospitality. And you have your 7th virtue essay out of the way. Mine, Dedicant Path at SoulStudioCreations.com, hospitality. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines hospitality as hospitable treatment, reception, or disposition. Dedicant Path defines it as acting as both a gracious host and appreciative guest, involving beneficence, friendliness, humor, and the honoring of a gift for a gift. And this is where the 125 words start, because your definition does not count for that. Hospitality is one of my favorite virtues, as I feel I am a caring and gracious host. I love cooking for people and making them feel comfortable in my home. Hospitality is one virtue I feel can sometimes be a one-sided, though, but that's okay, because it is a virtue we follow and others might not feel they need to. If they are around me, I will take care of them, whoever they might be. When I am invited to someone's house, I would either bring wine or other gifts. In the past, I have not invited. I need to probably spell check that before I submitted it. I have not been invited to anyone's house in a while, so being an appreciative guest could be use some dusting off. When we talk about a gift for a gift, we honor this when we do ritual. We offer offerings to the Shining One's ancestors, nature spirits, and outdwellers. In return, they offer repercussions. I probably missed that spelling too. Anyway, next week is week 39, Nature Awareness, final essay. So, we'll catch you then. Blessed be y'all.